Yeah, but they're here. They're happy to put a service on, serve the community, and be here to support our veterans.
What do kids get out of it?
The sense of service and just getting out and playing. They always enjoy getting out and playing some music for people, and this is a great audience for them.
Roll off into U.S. Army. Ready? Roll off, ready, and...
Thank you, Andrew. At this time, I'd like to call up high school student Zaid Robinson, who's going to recite the Gettysburg Address.
Morning. 407 years ago, our Father brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here, have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us living rather to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion, that we are highly resolved that these dead shall not have died in vain. This nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from this earth. Written by Abraham Lincoln, November 19, 1863.
His poem was published in various magazines during the war. The poem helped the poppy become associated with death and remembrance. A little flower whose seeds can lay dormant for close to 100 years chose to rise up during a war to inspire millions of people to remember all those who fought and died for us. Please join me in welcoming Miss Whitney Reed to the podium to read in Flanders Field.
Morning. In Flanders fields the poppies blow, between the crosses row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky the larks still bravely singing fly, scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead not short days ago. We lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe, to you from failing hands we throw. The torch be yours to hold it high. If you break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep though poppies grow in Flanders fields.
And your thoughts and prayers. At this time, I'd like to call your attention to the Hudson High School Band under direction of Scott Vorwald for the Navy Hymn.